Hello, this is Janice from Space to Relax, and the video I'm about to show you is a replay of a live Qigong class which I taught this morning via Zoom. I'll be teaching these classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays every week for the duration of COVID-19 and until I can get back into my face-to-face acupuncture and Chinese medicine clinics. This video is suitable for those of you who are beginners and also anyone who might have a little bit more advanced Qigong training. I hope you enjoy it, and if you'd like to join me for the live classes, then please click the link which is next to this video. If you're watching this video on YouTube, then so you don't miss future videos that I upload here, just hit the red subscribe button. So for the class today, what we're going to look at is a really simple routine which ideally is used to practice in the morning. So this is a kind of wake me up routine. It's something to get you going in the morning. And I think you'll agree that when you wake up first thing in the morning, it's only natural to kind of do a little bit of a stretch and just get everything moving again. What we want to do is kind of loosen out any of the kind of stiffness and the achiness that's accumulated in our muscles, in our joints, and really just get everything kind of limbered up and ready to go for the day. So this is a routine that you can make last 10 minutes, you can make it last 20 minutes, you can make it last half an hour, whatever suits you, just by simply increasing the number of repetitions of the different movements that I'm going to show you today. Also, this is focusing a lot kind of around neck and shoulders, as well as a little bit of a stretch for the groin area as well. That's on request of somebody who asked for something around the neck and the shoulder area, just to really help loosen that up, because obviously I think we all know that this area, the kind of top of the shoulders around the back here, around the back of the neck, this is often where we hold a lot of our tension and accumulate tension to the extent sometimes that you get a headache with it. So if you can just start the day and just have all of that nice and relaxed, and then just maintain that during the day as well by maybe doing a couple of these simple stretches, that could be really helpful for you. Okay, so we're going to start just by standing with our feet shoulder width distance apart. So adopt this lovely Qigong stance that you have learned before. It's in one of the previous lessons if you want to go back and have a look at that. So the feet are hip width distance apart and they're parallel, and you've got the weight evenly distributed between the balls of the feet and the heels. There's a little bend in the knees, so nice and relaxed, but no tension in the fronts of the thighs here. So you don't want to be so bent in the knees that you really feel it in the thighs. And then you've got this lovely softness and almost kind of extension in the lower back area as well. So you want to not have too much of a curve in the lower back. You want to tuck the tailbone down and under just to feel that extension in the lower back area. The hands are nicely loosely hanging down by the side, so maybe just give them a little shake out for now. And then the shoulders nice and relaxed, very far away from your ears. So think of that distance now between your earlobes and the tops of your shoulders. Really also maybe think of the shoulder blades in the back of your body. So think about where they are and think about moving them down towards the waist. So it's not as though you're pulling the shoulders back this way, back and out and down, because that can create a lot of tension in itself. You want to be very relaxed, so it's more of a downwards movement that you're thinking of having in the shoulders here and in the shoulder blades at the back as well. And then also just checking that there's this lovely length in the back of the neck, so feeling that extension up through the back of the neck into the back of the head, as though you're being pulled up from the top of the head by a string. And you can get that feeling even more by just lowering the chin very slightly, but keeping it more or less parallel to the ground, and then tucking the chin back in towards the throat. And then we're just going to, as I said, enliven the body this morning, really wake yourselves up. But remember, with any Qigong routine, we like to start with a little bit of abdominal breathing and finish with some abdominal breathing as well, just to really encourage your body and get your body into the Qigong state. So just to begin with, closing the eyes, close the mouth, the tongue is resting against the roof of the mouth, and the tip of the tongue is resting against the back of the upper teeth. wiggling the lower jaw for a moment, just from side to side, opening the mouth, just relieving any tension in that area, and then close the mouth again. And smile. And try as much as you can to keep that little smile in the corner of your mouth as you practice this. Smiling from the inside. Sometimes it helps, if you're finding it difficult to smile, think of something that you love. Often it's easy if you've got pets, think of your dog or your cat, think of a child or a baby that you love, or if not, think of a place that you love to be, somewhere that really makes you feel calm and makes you feel happy. So you're thinking happy from the inside. And now you can either leave the hands down by your sides or just place one hand on your lower belly over the dantian area below your belly button. Whatever is most comfortable for you. And just beginning with 3 abdominal breaths. So in through the nose, feel the belly expand like a balloon. And then breathing out through the nose, feeling the belly deflate back towards the spine as you exhale. No force and no effort. Simply observing the breath. If you feel any tightness, any obstruction, take your mind away from it. The more you focus on tightness and obstruction, the more you magnify it. So keep your mind on the inflation and deflation of your belly. Even if it doesn't feel like that's really happening right now, if your mind is gently paying attention to that, then eventually that movement and that sense of ease with the breath will come. And now opening your eyes so that you can see me. And bring your hands together and rub them until they get really hot. So we're going to just wake up the face a little bit, just by doing the simple little face washing movement, which you've all done before. So placing the hands just over the whole face this time, rather than on the eyes, and bringing that heat from your hands into the face, just by giving your face a little massage up and down. You might want to rub around the ears like you've done before in the facial massage that we learned. You might want to go around the back of the head, whatever you feel you need to do for yourself right now. Some people like to do tapping on the face. That's an option as well. So I'm really encouraging you here to do what you feel your face needs at the moment, just to wake up and get yourself all kind of energized in the face. Some people pluck the eyebrows, squeeze the eyebrows together. That's kind of a nice one, just to enliven everything as well. Okay, so just whatever you need to do there around the face. And now allow your hands to just drop down by your sides. Okay, and we're going to work with the neck first. So for anybody with any kind of neck problems, do not go beyond your capabilities with this. Don't do yourselves an injury. You're going to just be very gentle, and remember with this that the breath and the mind are more important than the physical movement. So if you don't have the extension or the flexibility with any of these movements that you would wish for, don't worry about it. Just go with the mind and go with the breath, and the movement will just follow naturally, just to wherever is comfortable for you. Please don't be in pain with any of this. So take a breath in, and as you breathe out, just drop your chin down towards your chest. Breathe in, lift the head up to the centre. And as you breathe out, just drop the head very gently back on your small part. Feel the stretch down the front of the throat. Breathe into the centre, and twice more. Breathing out, drop the head, feel the stretch down the back of the neck. Breathe into the centre, breathe out, drop the head back, feel the stretch down the throat and the whole of the front of the body. Breathe in, one more time, dropping the head, breathe out, breathe into the centre, breathe out, drop the head back, breathe into the center. And now, breathing out, just tilt your head to one side. Let the ear just drop towards the shoulder. Breathe into the center. Breathe out. So not moving the shoulders at all, just allowing the weight of the head to drop down towards the shoulder. Breathing in. Breathe out. And feel the stretch down the opposite side into the fingers. Breathe in. There's no force with this. Breathe out. The breath is more important. Breathe in. Breathe out, down into the fingers of the opposite side. Breathe in. Breathe out, all the way down to the fingers of the opposite side. Breathe in. Now turning the head, you're going to keep the chin parallel with the ground. So turning to one side, only as far as you can go. Breathe in. Breathe out, and the mind for this is all the way down into the fingers and the heel of the opposite side. Breathe in. Be aware not to turn the shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Okay. Now, breathing in, pick your shoulders up and breathe out. Circle them forwards and down. Slowly. You might want to close your eyes for this. Breathe in, pick your shoulders up and breathe out. And the mind for this is deep inside the shoulder joint. Breathe in. Think of all the lovely lubrication and loosening in the shoulder joint. Breathing out. And now reverse that direction. Breathe in. And now shoulders back and down. Really feeling now width across the collarbones. Breathe in as you come up. Breathe out. Feel that width across the shoulders and the collarbones. Breathe in. Breathe out deep into the shoulder joints. And now I just want you to be really loose with this next movement. Just again, go with the flow, with whatever you feel. And I want you to think about your shoulders now. And I want you to imagine that you're swimming but without any arms. So if you were swimming doing front crawl, you'd be coming forwards with your arms like this, okay? But take the arms out of it and just think of swimming with your shoulders, without any arms. And be really loose. And now just start to bring your whole body into this. Just breathing normally, going nice and slowly. Feel into your lower back and your waist as well. You might want to kind of sway the hips a little bit, go a little bit more. So we're swimming going forwards now. So this is front crawl without arms. And then change the direction, going back, backstroke without arms. So you see how I'm really going into my hips as well? Just whatever you feel you need, just to loosen everything up. This is really kind of a nice limbering up, getting everything going exercise for the morning. Just be really loose with this. Okay, that's lovely. And then just shake out your shoulders and your hands. So you should already be starting to feel a little bit easier there. So I just kind of move around and just see what I need to do in the shoulders and the kind of that whole upper area now. Head, neck, shoulders should be nice and loose. So we're just going to do a few of the circles which you've done before, just to really bring in a little bit more chi flow down into the hands now, okay? So one hand on top of the other, breathing, just using your normal abdominal breath, and just begin to part the hands. Palms are facing upwards, turning the hands out to the sides, and now lifting, keeping the shoulders down. Really effortless movement, only go as far as you can go, but for all of you, just go as far as the shoulders at shoulder level, and then start to gather the chi in, making this upside down V in front of your forehead, and then drop the shoulders, drop the elbows, hands facing each other, palms facing, coming down through the center line, back towards Dantian. So with this exercise, remember, we're moving the chi in the 4 directions. So spreading out, And now lifting the chi, lifting up from the earth, drawing the chi up. This encourages the body, the chi up through the whole of the body. And now gathering chi in from the outside. Lovely, fresh, clean, energizing chi, which we're now going to bring down through the whole body into Dantian, which is your energy center, powerhouse. And one more time. You might want to close your eyes for this now and really feel into it if you're sure of this movement. But again, as with all the movements, you only go to your own level of flexibility within your own range. Don't go into any pain. Just be very smooth and easy with it. And then allow your hands to come back down by your side. Just close your eyes for a moment now and really feel into your hands. Observe any sensations that you might feel. We've loosened up the neck, the shoulders, and then encourage the chi to flow down into the hands. So if any of you have warmth, buzzing, tingling sensations, if your fingers feel bigger, if your hands feel bigger and your fingers feel like sausages, that's a really great sign that you've got the chi flowing. Okay, so we're just going to move on to just into the kind of groin area now, and I'm going to just stand sideways on for a start just to show you what I'm going to ask you to do. So you're going to come with your feet more or less kind of just a little bit more than shoulder width distance apart. So I'm going to stand sideways on for now, just so you can see, because there is a little forward bend in this. And what I would say is, for anyone with high blood pressure or any issues with dizziness, please don't bend forwards too far. Don't let your head drop below the level of your heart. If you can only go, when you bend forwards, if you can only go to here, that's fine. If you can go a little bit further, that's fine too. But what you want to do is not to be rounding in the lower back here. So I'm going to show you the wrong way to do it first of all. So when you bend forwards, what a lot of people do is they round in the lower back, and as they bend forwards, they create this roundy kind of position here, and they're putting a lot of pressure on the lower back here, okay? So what you want to do is, from your lovely position here where the tailbone is tucked under, you're thinking of moving the sit bones back in this direction. And as they move back, it's like you're sticking your bum up in the air. If you think of your bum going up this way, then that will keep that lovely flat back. And you only go as far as you can. So I'm only going to go to here and then just rest my hands on my thighs. Don't rest your hands on your knee joints, even if you can go that far, because that's putting too much pressure on them. So hands just somewhere up on the thighs, okay? So that will be your position, and you'll be looking straight ahead or even down at the ground, okay? Don't have a crick in your neck as you do this. So I'm going to turn around now and show you what we're going to do. So you want to just have the feet a little bit further apart. So I've just gone beyond my yoga mat, just a little bit beyond my yoga mat here. Okay, the feet are still parallel as they would be for the normal standing position. And then you're going to bend forwards. And then from here, wherever you can bend to, all you're going to do is you're going to shift the weight from one side to the other. And the legs are straight for this. So now there's no bend in the knees. The knees are locked out, and you just move from one side to the other. Do you see how I just move my bum from one side to the other? And what you should feel with this is just a little stretch in the inside of the legs, in the groin area. Be very slow and easy with this. This is a lovely stretch for the groins. Breathing, using your abdominal breath, putting your mind into the stretch. So, breathing into the center, breathe out as you do the stretch. Breathe into the center, breathe out as you do the stretch. Breathe in, breathe out. And as you breathe out, the leg where you feel the stretch, you're thinking of breathing out down the inside of the leg, all the way down and out the toes. Breathe in, breathe out. Put your mind into the stretch. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, I'm obviously looking at you for the purpose of teaching, but if I was doing this, I would drop my head and just have a straight line kind of in the back of my neck. I wouldn't be putting so much pressure on my neck by lifting my head up like this. So you want to be really kind of looking almost at 45 degrees down towards the ground for this. So the breath and the mind are the most important things, not the movement. So if you can't go very far, that's fine. And now coming back up and stepping the legs together. Okay. So you should feel a little bit looser in the legs now, and you might want to just also maybe just work with a few little hip circles. Just do now whatever you feel is necessary for just loosening up, coming out of that stretch that you just did. And now we're going to work with the thighs and the knees. So this is just a very simple bend in the knees. And again, only go to wherever you can go to with your own level of flexibility. So we're going to turn the hands in and place them on the knees. Do you see how my fingers are facing each other here? On the tops of the knees, so above the kneecaps, almost kind of at the start of the thighs. This gives your knees a little bit more support. And so in order to do that, you need to bend the knees. So what you can do for this, I'll come forward a tiny bit there. So the feet are hip width distance apart. So from this position, you come down. Now, so breathe in into your belly, breathe out and sit down a little bit more. Keep the heels on the ground. Breathe in, come up. Just a little bit. Breathe out, sit down. Breathe in, come up. And sit down. So this is very strengthening for your knees. You'll feel it in your thighs. You might feel it in your Achilles tendons at the back, running up from your heels. Breathe in. 3 more. Down, and only go down as far as you can. Breathe in. Mind and breath into the knees. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then coming all the way up. And the last thing is moving on to the ankles now. And this is very simple. I hope you can see my ankles from here. So you're just coming onto the ball of the foot. So lifting the heel off the ground. Close your eyes now, and you're going to draw circles with the ball of the foot, just circling the ankles. Put your mind into your ankle joint as you breathe using your abdominal breath. Feeling deep into the joint, and then change the direction. Be very easy with this. And then change feet. Keep breathing. Don't forget to smile. Change direction. And then shake everything out. Arms and legs. And then coming back to your abdominal breath. So close your eyes. You may want to place one hand on your lower belly. You may want to just have both hands loosely dangling down by your sides. So coming back to the breath now. Breathing in and out through the nose. Feeling into your body. Feeling any sensations that may have changed since the start of this exercise. Now keeping the eyes closed, bring your hands together and rub them again until they get really hot. And then placing both palms over your eyes. If you're wearing glasses, take them off. Feel the heat from the palms going into your eyes, through the back of the eyes, nourishing your mind, calming your mind, and then giving yourself, again, a little face wash. So whatever you need to do, it could be tapping, it could be a little bit of rubbing on the back of the head, around the ears, whatever you feel you need to do. And slowly opening the eyes and smile. Okay, so that's a little morning routine for you, and I hope you can see from that you can extend that, make it as long or as short as you want. So for each of those body parts that we go through in terms of stretching and breathing into them, you can do it for maybe 3 repetitions, or you could do it for 30 repetitions, whatever you feel you need. And also, if there's a particular area that you feel needs a little bit more stretching, a little bit more enlivening in terms of chi circulation, you can just spend a little bit more time on that. So I think the emphasis of the lesson today is to really go with what you feel is good for you. Don't go beyond your limits with anything, but also know that, you know, as long as you're not in pain, you're not doing anything wrong. So don't go into pain, don't go into, you know, real discomfort. You just need to be doing enough to feel physically a tiny little bit of a stretch, and that's it really. But remember that the focus is on the mind and the breath. The breath is leading the whole of this movement. So really be mindful of that, and if the movement isn't that much, if the amplitude of the movements isn't that great, it doesn't matter as long as you're feeling a little bit of a stretch. So really listen to your own body, listen to yourself. But as always, if you have any questions, you know how to contact me through the Facebook group, or you can send me an email. So I hope you enjoyed that little class this morning. It's perfect for the morning, and I know we have some people here who are evening time practicing right now because of the time zone difference. But don't be too concerned. That's not meaning that this is going to be too enlivening and you won't be able to sleep tonight. All it means is that you're probably best off now to just go and do a little bit more of a kind of calming practice of just simple abdominal breathing as you go into bed. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to learn some more Qigong from me, then you can do 3 things. The first thing is you can sign up for my free 3-part Qigong video series, which will be delivered to your email over the course of around a week. And you'll find the link to sign up for that on my homepage, on my website, which is spacetorelax.com. The second thing you can do is sign up and join me for the Zoom live classes, which are on Tuesday mornings and Thursday afternoons, and they'll be for the duration of COVID-19. So I'll put the link next to this video somewhere either below or above, so you can sign up and join me there. And the third thing you can do if you're watching this video on YouTube is hit the red subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos from me. If you did enjoy this video, then please share it with your family and friends. Hopefully they'll join in and have some fun with practicing Qigong too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.